This is the October 2024 summary of the changes to the IGVF portal. I'm Forrest Tanaka. I work on the IGVF portal UI. So let's start with 1883. Add sample summary to analysis set displays. There's a new property on analysis sets called sample summary, and so we wanted to show that. And one place you'll see it is in the list view for analysis sets under samples. So this is the analysis set summary. Let's make this a little bigger. And also, if you look into an analysis set, you'll see the summary here under samples. I also added the protocols, which is a link to protocols.io. So those are the two places you'll see that. Update matrix file properties from a schema change. So this is more of an internal issue. The UI had to keep up with a schema change. I don't know why this is 1883 is here again. 1940, allow user selection of audit columns on report views. This is kind of a big one, although I don't know how many people will use this. But if you look at the report view, as usual, you can select the columns that you want to see here. Let's hide them all. But now we have a second section called audit columns. So right now we are showing one column, which is the ID column that you have to show. When you select the column up here, you get one more column. All right. But down here, for the audit columns, if you select, let's say, warning, it actually selects 3 columns. So now we have 4 columns total. So here, we show the category column for warnings, the detail columns for warnings, and a path column. So this is just the general class, well, category, of course, of each audit. The detail is actually written in Markdown, so that's why you can see these styles here. And there can be more than one within an audit category for a specific object, and then the relevant path. And there can be more than one. Further note, if you, let's say if we select some of these and then you say hide columns, notice what happens to the warning checkbox. That also gets hidden. But if you show all, it shows all the regular columns, but it does not show the audit columns. These you always have to select manually. Okay. And yeah, I should also mention that if you have the audit column shown and you download a TSV of the report view, that will show here as well in the resulting spreadsheet. So you could write a script to parse these if that helps you categorize your audits a little more. We can't really do anything else than have one row per audit with our system, but you could easily, well, you could write a script if you wanted to group these in some way. Okay, what's next? Update sequence file UI. Yeah, we made an embedding change on the sequence files, and so the UI just had to keep up. Correct file table report links. You know, some we do show files. That's a little spoiler. We do show files which have links to report views. Some of these weren't the correct link, and so the sticket corrected that. So that's it for 8.23. 8.24, collapsible tables. So this is a fairly major feature. Let's go to, I guess, in vitro systems. And you'll notice all the tables are collapsed. But if you click on the title, you can open them. Also, if you reload the page with a couple of them open. So donors and sample parts is open. Modifications is closed, and you reload the page. Donors and sample parts are still open, but modifications are still closed. But if you, let's copy the URL here and make a new tab. If you open the same page in a new tab, that does not know which ones you've opened before. It's just for the same tab that you've been working with. It'll remember. Okay, now as a note, we may actually not keep this feature. We're discussing other ideas for this. Varchamp collection badge. Right. So some objects have collections. Actually, a lot of objects have collections that they can belong to, which display a badge. Let's see. How about let's look at files. Let's look at collections. Okay. See if any have any. Not okay. Here's some, and it shows these badges at the bottom, right? And we added a new badge for Varchamp. I don't think we have any objects that use it, but it looks like this. Okay. Let's see. Trim codes from solo breadcrumb titles. This is a bug fix, a fairly minor one. Prevent uppercase emails. This is more of an internal change in how we handle user emails when you log in. Okay, so that's 8.24. 8.25. Display additional properties on various pages. I won't show this. We've just been collecting certain things that we haven't been displaying on certain pages, and we're showing them all in this one ticket. This is an internal issue. So 8.26, audit documentation table sorting. So on under methodology, we have audit documentation. And so this describes the different audits that can show up under the different kind of object types. But we weren't sorting them correctly. This is the order that they should show up in: error, not compliant, warning, internal action. But some of these tables weren't sorting them correctly, but now they all sort correctly. Okay, make long facet group titles look better. Yeah, this is just a visual change. Let's see, I think under File, yeah. We're starting to get these really long group title names, facet group title names, or filter group title names, and they were wrapping in this really weird way. So now they wrap a little better, where they'll take up an entire line, and they might force adjacent ones onto their own line as well. But they work the same. It's just that they look better. Next one, audit documentation directory. Let's go back to the audit documentation page. This is a pretty long page. So if you want to see, like biosample audits, and you're at the top of the page, well, you got to scroll down pretty far to see it. And so if you look under here, this icon in the top left corner, and you go under biosamples, now you go directly there, and it highlights momentarily, which really helps when you go to a place near the bottom, treatments. Yeah, so there it is. Go to the top. There's matrix files. So a nice little convenience. We may extend this mechanism to other pages. We wanted to try it out on this page, and I think it works pretty well. Let's see, add Redis. This is an internal change. So the last one, 8.27, that came out, I believe, on Halloween Day. Let's see, file graphs. Yeah, that is, I guess you can call it the tentpole change, and I accidentally showed you momentarily. These appear on analysis set and prediction set pages. I don't believe any of the prediction sets we have the data to show them, but analysis sets sure do. Trying to find something interesting here. So it's under the file association graph title, and here we go. So the main mechanism to generate these graphs are the derived from property. So if we, well, anyway, notice these have certain colors. You'll see these square cornered ones are for individual files within the file set that you're looking at. So this file set, or sorry, this file, this file, this file all belong to this file set. And you can see that in the file table. RYMD, RYMD, QQPV, QQPV, and DFGJ, DFGJ. Now, if they derive from other files in the same file set, you will see that relationship. But if they derive from files in other file sets, they will get coalesced into these rounded corner ones, which are file set nodes. And you can also tell not only from the rounded corners and the square corners, but also this icon, where for files, it looks like this document, and for file sets, it looks sort of like a folder. So now if you click on a file, you get this modal with more information about that file. And if you click on the title, it opens a new tab directly for that file. Now for file sets, it'll open a modal for that file set. It'll show you a list of files within that file set that are relevant for that derived from relationship. So there may be other files in this file set. In fact, let's take a look. No, in this case, those are the only two files. But you may see fewer files here than are actually in the file set because it only shows files that are relevant to this derived from relationship. Let's see if we can find something a little more interesting here. No file sets at all there. Let's try this one. Okay, this is a little more interesting. Let's see, so these two files exist in this file set right here, and you can see that here. One derives from the other, so that's why you have this relationship. But this file, tpmh, derives from files in two other file sets, this rcsy and milb. So it derives from three files. Let's see if I can demonstrate. No, this just has three files and its own file association graph. Right. This is a very nascent feature, so we'll just keep developing this. Hopefully it'll stand up to future data, and if not, we may have to change things. This is a legend showing the what the file icons mean, file and file set icons mean, and the colors of the analysis sets. So if we look at this one, you'll see two different colors. Analysis sets are this purple, measurement sets are this sort of slate blue. Okay, and so those are the features for, or the changes for the IGVF portal for October 2024. And I'll see you in November.